What began as just your typical university assignment blossomed into a self-therapeutic journey through recovery for first-time author Keisha Kuma of Atlanta, Georgia. As Keisha battled several losses and a nearly devastating diagnosis of her own health, she relinquished her fears and writing became a seemingly preordained outlet, a reunion with the gift that for years had sat by anxiously awaiting her attention.
The first 60 pages was really the short story that I did for Georgia State when I was doing the creative writing classes. So that's where the first 60 pages came from. And then the other pages came from different points in my life. And it's funny, when I finally read through the book, I could see where I was in my life based on where the characters were and how they dealt with different situations. So what held me back from writing and putting it out there for so long, being afraid of what people would say. And then I think with the loss of both my parents, I lost that. I lost that fear of what people were going to say, and I got to a point where if they don't like it, so what? What have you lost? I really do think God gives everybody a gift, and when He gives you a gift and you don't use it, one or two things happen. He puts you in the belly of a whale until you use it, or you lose it.
Yeah.
And as much as I love to read and as much as I love to write, I didn't want to lose it. And when I was in the hospital after they diagnosed me with MS, it was hard for me to form words. It was hard for me to understand conversation. I couldn't move the left side of my body, so it made it hard for me to write. And I just kept praying, if you don't take my words away, I'll do it. Just take me out the belly of the whale, Lord, and I'll do it.
And now, Keisha's first novel, Sins of Thy Mother, has audiences across the globe raving about this scandalous tale, whose chapter titles mimic books from the Bible, and its complex characters stir up just as much debate. Keisha got a glimpse of the action firsthand as she sat in as a special guest at an intimate book club meeting held at Salon Doors in Lithonia, Georgia, where the ladies were not the least bit shy to share their perspective on the book and its characters.
I open it like, really?
Where the hell did, excuse me, where did David come from?
See, sometimes you might think I'm angles. Sometimes you gotta self-therapy.
It's something about her that just makes me just want to scream.
That's her best friend and like her sister.
But
so
you
she
gotta
could
look
have
at what's written in
said,
the
girl,
book,
I'm
though.
late or something.
I feel like they got to go through something because they haven't really had a spat in the book, and that's not realistic between two friends.
Yeah.
If Nelson comes out to be that person, that's gonna shut Sean down.
Yeah,
I don't think she'll ever trust
open
that.
up.
Yeah.
I feel like he might have felt the way I was thinking while I was reading the book. Like, why can't you put that in the past?
Dominique just rubs me the wrong way.
At that point, she threw me for a loop. I was just like, oh my gosh. Like, I literally threw my book down like, okay, I'm done. Like, what else could go wrong?
You going to see this man is only opening up more of negativity, something that you don't want to get involved in.
You need to
Thank you.
close that book in your life.
I did not see. No, it ain't no closure.
She said that closure.
This
That
man
closure
tried
stuff.
to do to you. It should have been closure when they tried to got
When they put him in that jacket that hugged himself and threw him in that, that's closure. Close the door.
They came out of the boutique and they found the dress and she looked across the street and she
She got to get in her mind. This boy was just the same age you was. He has no clue. And when don't find out about it because it was done in Nova. Because you gotta understand people like that in their mind. Like, think about it, because the way he took her and held her, he thought that holding her hostage was gonna make her follow. In his mind, her coming to see him was a crack. If it was just a small crack for a roach to slither through, he felt like.
Oh, I got
Okay.
So what did y'all think about Dominique?
Dominique spoke a lot on the people around her having faith.
Yep,
Yeah.
having
She
faith.
said something, don't she? Always, she never wanted nobody to lose faith. Like, she got mad at Malik because she felt like
He lost faith. Yep.
I was perturbed at Dominique when she went hot. I was when she went and visited Jonathan and started writing him back. And I was like, no, why are you letting him back into your life? No, don't do that. You know, then you lying to you. No, stop. I was real mad at her, at that part of her. Like, why?
Jonathan is crazy. Just remember, crazy people don't think rationally.
I don't personally honestly feel like Jonathan is crazy. I think no, wait,
You
wait,
crazy.
wait.
No, I'm just
Let
playing.
me tell y'all this.
Go ahead.
Because if Jonathan wouldn't have snapped at the little thing that she went to with Malik, Jonathan would have never been in a crazy house. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, Malik. That's a beautiful brother right there. Malik's quandary is he wants every woman to be like the woman his mother is in his head. He may just have what I call the hero syndrome. That type of dude that's just drawn to the woman that has the most drama in her life because he wants to save her.
Well, Essie is my favorite character.
That's funny.
She is, and the reason I say that, she's the type, she knows how to tell everybody else what to do, but even throughout the book, she told you she knew that she was afraid of some of her decisions and her relationship with her daughter. So I kind of like her ability to be honest, but at the same time not to be ashamed of her fear. So she was actually my favorite one, and the fact that she did the "Are you ready for a marriage versus a wedding?" That was my favorite one.
Yeah.
I love that part.
Everybody is always going to love Shun because she's bubbly and she's friendly and she walks into a room and everybody focuses on Shun because one, she's pretty, and two, she has that type of draw because of her bubbly personality. But as we saw, Shun has some issues with her mom.
Right.
I'm just thinking Nelson is just an all-around good guy. That's the vibe that I get.
That's what he wants everybody to think.
And see, she
I can see a conspiracy. I just felt like, there are some guys out there that's just an all-around
good guy.
It's just gonna be like, okay,
Yeah, that's
I'm
true.
gonna wait for you to get yourself together.
He hasn't done anything. Like, I mean,
But everybody doesn't need to.
they don't. But realistically, a man at some point in their life, they're gonna have some kind of slip up. He's just so perfect right
But
now. It's just something's in there. I'm just ready for the next book.
You ready for the next book? You got a glimpse of the sequel in the back of the book, and I wanted you guys to realize that, yes, Jonathan's mom is alive.
And she's home.
yes, Malik's mom meets Jonathan's mom.
Yeah.
What the hell is that about? So,
I need you to come on with that second book.
As Keisha prepares to take audiences on their next journey, she's fully embraced her gift of storytelling and the ability to transfer the power of imagination onto her readers.
nothing is more powerful than the human imagination. And when you have a book in your hand and you're turning that page and you can't turn it fast enough because you want to see what happens next, that is powerful, because anything that can happen does happen, and it happens exactly like they want to see it. Nobody's telling them how it should be seen. It's not from somebody else's vision. It's what you create in your mind with the author. So you're creating the book, the story, along with the author, and I think that's why reading is so powerful.
Keisha Kuma's Sins of Thy Mother. Get your copy today. www.sinsofthymother.com.